Have you ever thought about how empathy and compassion could be the key to world peace? In our day-to-day lives, we often hear about these two powerful words: empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another, and compassion, the act of feeling for someone else's suffering and wanting to help. Yet we rarely pause to consider how transformative these two simple acts can be. Consider this. What if we could step into someone else's shoes, feel their joy, their sorrow, their struggles, and their triumphs? What if we could look beyond our own experiences, our own perspectives, and truly understand others? This is the essence of empathy and compassion. When we empathize and show compassion, we bridge gaps, we dissolve barriers, and we find common ground. We begin to see that beneath our differences lie shared human experiences and emotions. So how can empathy and compassion actually lead to peace? Let's explore this through a story. Imagine two neighbors living side by side yet divided by an age-old feud. Their homes shared a wall, but their hearts were worlds apart, each harboring resentment born from a long-forgotten clash. This is their tale, a narrative about empathy and compassion. One radiant day, as the sun cast its golden glow upon their dwellings, one neighbor, let's refer to him as John, decided he had reached his limit. He was weary of the ceaseless arguing, the frosty silences, the resentment that had infiltrated their lives. John resolved to make an attempt towards understanding. He chose to perceive the world from his neighbor's viewpoint. He invited his neighbor over for a brew. As they sat opposite each other, a pivotal scene unfolded. John listened. He absorbed his neighbor's fears, complaints, and insecurities, bottled up for years. He held his tongue, refrained from arguing, and passed no judgment. He simply listened. In that instance, comprehension. John didn't merely comprehend the words, he experienced them. He felt the anguish, the wound, the resentment, and he reacted with compassion. He expressed regret for his role in the feud, and extended a hand of friendship. His neighbor, moved by this empathy and compassion, returned. Their homes were still separated by a wall, but their hearts had found a pathway. They evolved into friends, not just neighbors. Their discord was settled not by a court or a mediator, but by empathy and compassion. Thus, it was empathy and compassion that finally ushered peace into their homes. In a world filled with conflict, empathy and compassion can be our greatest allies. They are more than mere sentiments. They are powerful tools that can bridge divides, mend old wounds, and silence the drums of war. By stepping into another's shoes, we not only understand their struggles but also learn to treat them with kindness and respect. This understanding can dissolve barriers, quench hatred, and cultivate peace. Imagine what could be achieved if empathy and compassion became a global norm. A peaceful world might not be just a dream but a reality we can all contribute to.